The UFC rankings are out, and we are finally here. Jon Jones, Daniel Cormier 2. I'm Matt Parrino.
I'm Forrest Griffin. We're also going to recap the UFC Fight Night Long Island. We don't have notes. We don't have anything. We're totally unprepared, but I did bring my gum this time. Thank goodness.
Chris Weidman in Long Island, huge victory, takes out Kelvin Gastelum. About what I expected. I mean, I was stunned to see that going into this fight, Weidman was the underdog.
Yeah, that was crazy talk. Talk.
I mean, the size differential was substantial. What do you think of the fight?
I think Kelvin Gastelum needs to get on that Weight Watchers program. No, I think he honestly needs to come in, and he held his own and outstruck the former 185-pound champion. But on the ground, where size matters, you saw that the excellent grappling, size and strength of Weidman was just too much. But still, he looked great on the feet, which makes me think he has a ton of potential at 170. And then you think back, he beat Johnny Hendricks. He lost to Tyron Woodley, but Woodley couldn't do anything with him. So I think at 170, if he can comfortably make that weight, he's got a chin on him too. If you're taking shots from 185ers, 170 is not going to be a problem. So I was impressed. I think the kid's got a bright future at 170.
As for Weidman, speaking of the future, he called out Michael Bisping. I mean, everybody in this division wants a piece of Bisping. How do you think he matches up against the Chanba?
They match up fine, but it's obviously the fight Weidman wants. But guess what? You lost your last three before that. I don't know if you can really jump to that. But it's such a weird division, right? He was just the champ like a minute ago, and he's fought nothing but the best. And arguably, he's fought tougher people than the champ has as champion.
We got a bunch of movement in the rankings. We're going to gloss through them because we don't have a ton of time.
We don't have time.
Junior Albini makes his debut at heavyweight, and he debuts at number 14. Darren Elkins.
Yes.
What a performance. This guy just continues to win. He moves up 2 spots to number 10. Dennis Bermudez down to number 11. And then another big one in the prelims, Cowboy Oliveira. Big knockout over Ryan LaFleur in his hometown.
Did not see that coming, yeah.
Tough one. He re-debuts at 14 at 170. But moving right along. We took a week off. I had to have some surgery last week. I was out. I was sick.
What'd you have surgery on?
I got braces. People on YouTube always tell me, get your teeth fixed, so I'm getting my teeth fixed.
That's awesome. Good for you.
They're right. Long term, it's better for me. But they don't care about my teeth. We're talking about Glasgow. Huge fights down in Scotland.
Yeah, and some bullshit judging as well. I thought, what's her name won that fight?
Joanne Calderwood.
I thought it was at least a draw. I don't see how somebody gave all 3 rounds to, what's her name again?
Cynthia Calvillo.
Awesome performance, by the way. One of the best on the ground I've seen in a long time.
Calvillo is 3-0 in the UFC, still undefeated. She jumped 6 spots, number 8.
She was outstruck in this fight.
Yeah, while Joanne Calderwood moved down to number 10.
Which is bullshit. But she did mix up her striking with her takedowns. She didn't just blindly try and hit takedowns. She threw some nice strikes to set up her takedowns. Very impressed. And she landed good strikes off her takedowns, off her missed takedowns.
But also in the main event, Santiago Ponzinibbio with a huge performance. Couple eye pokes, obviously, but he moves up.
If you watch it the first time, you say, that's amazing. And then when you see the replay, you say, oh, okay, now I get it. He did. So I'm not saying Ponzinibbio, they were accidental. You're hurt, you're hit, you just flail, it happens. But I don't know if Gunny should actually be penalized that. I don't know that he should fall. Ponzinibbio can move up, but I think in an actual fight that's a fight, and of course they don't overturn it because it happened so fast, you couldn't tell via live. I don't think he should lose any ranking. What happened?
That's a good point. He moved down 3 spots to number 11. This weekend, it is amazing. It is exciting, finally, fingers crossed. Jon Jones, Daniel Cormier 2 for the light heavyweight championship.
And you just jinxed it. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I hope not. Big fight. Obviously, first question I have for you, what can we expect in the rematch? Obviously, we saw how the first one went, but it's a different time, and these 2 guys are different fighters at this point in their career.
I mean, I don't want to naysay, but I don't know if they're that different, It would be great if Cormier could come back and win this fight and kind of go out on top, but I just don't see Jones being beatable. I think he's probably the best fighter in the UFC right now. I'm so interested to see Cormier's game plan for this. I know his first game plan was to tie Jones up to cut down that length, and he said that being laid on and pulled on actually exhausted him. Jones is tall and strong and will let you into his hips and legs. But so we'll see, you know, what his new game plan is.
There's a couple things to look for in this fight, mainly what you're talking about. If Cormier is more successful with the wrestling, you have to think Jones has really elevated his game in jiu-jitsu.
But this is MMA. Hopefully he's not so comfortable that he sits in guard.
Very good.
Because he will lose.
But in the pound-for-pound rankings, he sits at number 5. When he left, he was number 1. Where should he be placed back? Is that okay? Should he be behind Cormier?
That's fine. We can wait a week to see where he should really be.
For all the official rankings, go to UFC.com. Check them all out there. We'll see you next week.
I got to go back to my day job. It's been great. If you don't love this show, go yourself. Oh, but you love this show. I'm just with you.
And by the way, we should probably mention we're in a different room today because Conor McGregor has taken over the UFC Performance Institute, which is really exciting. We're only a few weeks away from that fight. Tickets just went on sale. They're pretty much gone already.
Did they already go on sale?
Yeah.
They already went on sale and they're gone. I didn't even know. Yeah. Nobody told me. Thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. Please feel free to leave comments like, hey, Matt, your teeth are going to potentially look better in 2 to 3 years, but right now they still look like shit. Now they look like shitty snaggletooth, but with lots of metal on them. Give the folks at home a nice smile.
They're clear.
Yeah.